Hey, we're approaching 2024, and maybe by the time you view it, it is 2024. And most of us tend to have resolutions for the new year or just some vows that we've made to ourselves. I have some. Do you? And are these goals related to physical health? Yeah, most of us do that. And my goals are specifically related to health. Well, are you hoping to improve your digestion, improve your mood, improve your sleep, get your skin to be in better condition, maybe stop grinding your teeth at night? Those are just some of the symptoms that are tied to having parasites. What? And this can be part of a New Year's resolution. 70 to 90% of us have parasites in America, not just living in a shanty in some third world country. Here. And I recently listened to a specialist who said he thinks 100% of us in America have parasites. So why not make that part of your New Year's resolution? Cleanse Parasite Basics is a free ebook, 20 pages, that I've made just to answer a lot of the questions tied to parasites. Perhaps you're just hearing this and going, I'm willing to consider it, and then I'll decide if I'm going to go after the parasites. This ebook has a basic checklist of all the who, what, when, wheres, so that you can figure out some of what you're doing. When I first believed that I had parasites and I started investigating, there was so much information. It was very, very overwhelming, and so many approaches and so many things that I really wanted somebody to hold my hand and get me on the right track. And then I could change later if I needed to. Well, this ebook is intended to be that for you. This is a complimentary ebook, but it's going to lay out the 101 version of finding out about parasites. This will be a series of videos, so stay tuned, check in, and plug through them. But I also want to invite you to get this ebook so that you can review it, see it in print. Sometimes hearing it means a different style of learning than reading it, and that's what I'm encouraging you to do today. My purpose in putting together this ebook is to help keep you on track. If you're anything like me, you're in the middle of aiming towards something when, whoop, squirrel, and you get diverted, and all of a sudden you might be off on a new learning track, but it's nothing that gets you to action. And it's important to learn your stuff, but get to the action point so that you can get rid of the parasites. I don't want you just spinning in the research and the learning. I really want you to be able to get to where something's happening and those parasites are getting out. So in this video series and in the ebook, we're going to be covering key points, and I really want to just read it to you so that I'm sure I don't get squirreled along the way. So your Cleanse Parasite Basics is going to include an explanation of what are parasites. And then there's an identification of how we are exposed to parasites. Then there's a list of symptoms potentially caused by parasites. And I have the long list, not the 5 symptoms. I've got, I don't know, 30. And then we're looking at the behavior traits of parasites. It's important to know that because they are sneaky, menacing little buggers. And also, you'll get a checklist of basic tools that people use to successfully cleanse from parasites. So what are parasites? Well, in our human terms, there are 3 types of main categories of parasites. There are protozoa, those are microscopic, and they're often carried by mosquitoes. There are helminths, and those are roundworms and others that are visible to the naked eye. And there's ectoparasites, and these are like lice and bed bugs, and they live on the outside of us. But I'm focusing on the helminths because these are the ones that Cleanse Parasite Basics is focusing upon. Also, you need to know that these parasites, the reason we care about them Should we even care? It's because they live off of us. They live off foods that we eat. They live off of our organs and our blood and our body systems. And when they do that, they are taking away from those things that our bodies need. And that's why we get the long list of symptoms. It's important to recognize that. That's what a parasite is. And so in our world around us, there are actually human parasites, right? I'm not going to go into that today. So like I said, we are focusing specifically on the helminths, that type of parasite. These are the worms. These are roundworm, hookworm, tapeworm, other ones, whipworms, flukes, trichinosis. There's quite a few of them. And they all have their little specialty and their special way of entering our body and special way of affecting our body. All of these can end up causing us infections and lowered immunity, as well as a less joyful life. My next video is going to be talking about how are we exposed to parasites. Don't you want to know how you got them in the first place? I do. I did. And that is going to help us after we get rid of these parasites to kind of fend them away in the future. Now, I'm going to ask you very, very kindly to get my free ebook because you'll be able to look at it. Like I said, when you're hearing it from me, it's one thing. When you're reading it, either in your hand or on the computer, it's going to make a difference in how you learn it. That's why I'm offering this ebook. So please get it. And then if you want to join me in a New Year's parasite protocol, then I've got links for you with that too, because I like doing things with others that know what they're doing and just the support. Thanks for watching today. Check that ebook.